555. Officials at this collision scene will respond immediately. Hey, Hornets fans, want to be part of our special giveaways? If so, make sure to attend our next home game where we will be giving away a Charlotte Hornets hoodie to each and every one of you. The National Basketball Association.
Welcome to another Groundhog Day NBA game. Shadows or not, it's time to get it going. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Miles Bridges.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. They've got DeAndre Jordan, Murray out there with Trey Murphy, and it's McGowan's in at the 3. And for Charlotte, Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges, and it's Williams in at the 5. And Grant, we hear all the time about the rookie wall.
Oh, it's definitely a real thing, BA. Not for every rookie, but a good percentage of them. You know, I'm interested to see which ones in this class are able to power through.
Pass to Miller, back to Williams. Basket counts.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams. And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Over Jordan. The bank shot, no good. And it's New Orleans ball. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
The jam not only shows Jordan's length, but also his hoops IQ. It's hard to line up a wingback like that. And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about how to play defense against DeJounte Murray. Coach said, well, DeJounte has made it no secret he plays better with the ball in his hands. So obviously we want to force him to give it up and act as more of a shooter whenever we can. That's easier said than done, but even if it happens a few times, that can change the game. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And here's New Orleans now, after Charlotte's three-pointer on the other end. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Matkovic. Over Williams. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor. And misses like that are the reason why. Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Pass to Knipple. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. No problems knocking that one down.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pelicans trail by 6. Murray deciding where to go with it. All sorts of time. The rebound by Bridges.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
Here's Williams. And it's good for 2. Williams has got 11.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Now here's Murray. Big-time contributor on offense. Just over 22 points a game. Takes one from 10 feet. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And in the last meeting, they definitely had the upper hand at the charity stripe.
Uses the glass on the layup. 13 points in the game.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
And you sometimes wonder if there's something in the water in New Orleans or some bad juju, because we're certainly due for some better luck.
A long-limbed 6'5" guard, Grant. Talk about what DeJounte Murray brings to the table.
Oh, man, defense, defense, defense. I mean, he's led the league in steals, B.A. And Murray is really good at disrupting the point of attack, making things hard on the opposing ball handler.
He's checked in for Markovich, and it's Fears in for McGowans. Making a change here, and Charles Lee wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Knipple in at the 3, small forward. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Murray, coming off 41 points last game out. Jordan with a screen on ball. To the inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Since breaking into the league, Murray's assist numbers have steadily risen.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, prime time, and their last time out against the Spurs was all business. He added 55 points, and he didn't need a ton of extra possessions to get to that total. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
Here's Spears, guarded by Miller.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Diabate's checked in for Bridges. Trey Murphy, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Hornets leading by 3. Outside, Williams. Tries it from the top of the key, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Williams has got 21. New Orleans has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. To the middle. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Yep, that one's good. Give him 23.
The playmaking ability of Ball. So crafty and skilled at finding his guys.
There's 45 seconds left in the second period. Jordan with a screen on Ball. Back to Jordan. Pass to McGowans. No good on the 3.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the board, fighting hard for every miss. And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement, unselfish basketball.
Now here's Murray. He has 7. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Just 5 on the clock. There's the triple. They get the rebound. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 12 points. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Hornets out in front. They're up by 5. And we'll be back right after this.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studio. Off the top, let's take a gander at the Players of the Month. In the Western Conference, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Little love going to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just another big-time talent hailing from Canada. Has great length for his position, creates matchup nightmares the way I did, the way Kitty sometimes did. Not really, I just said that to make him look good.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Hornets.
They have played like they wanted, fighting for every missed shot. You love to see that passion, man.
Yeah, you can sense the urgency in their game. We'll see if they can sustain it. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And when we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. DeJounte Murray is out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's DeAndre Jordan, and it's Makovich in at power forward.
And it's a bonus whenever Jordan gets cooking. He's feeling it and showing no signs of slowing down.
Here's Williams after the basket by New Orleans, and he comes up with a bucket.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Ball passes to Williams. About a minute played here in the second half. Tries it from 19. The shot misses.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Murray passes to McGowens. On the wing, Murray. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. And for someone listed at 6'4", DeJounte Murray is an excellent rebounder, Tim.
Well, he sure is. He's got long arms and he's very athletic. His work on the glass, one of the many ways that he can impact winning, and he's always a threat to take it end to end.
And Williams punches it home.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
And the shot's good. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not afraid at all to get physical. Jordan finds the shot. So essential for a big to be able to work through contact. And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. And so it's New Orleans with it. The Hornets making their last shot. McGowan's pass to Jordan. Pass to McGowan's. Murray from outside. Here's McGowan's. The three is up. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the NBA keeping an open mind. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "This is the only league that plays 48 minutes. I'm a fan of 10-minute quarters. A 2-hour format is more consistent with modern television habits, but it's such a dramatic change. Something like that will have to be talked about over time." Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
Trey Murphy.
Charlotte leading by 9. Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? And timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Making a change here. White's checked in. Messi, he's checked in for New Orleans. Fears comes in for DeJounte Murray. And Williams has got the ball here for Charlotte. They've led by as many as 14. Up and in on the layup. Williams has got 12 now in this quarter.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Fires from 14. And that's good. Off the glass that time. Williams has got 39.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
Well, if you're going to give him that shot, he will take it any time.
They set the pick. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Good work defensively by White.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
They've got numbers. Here's Fears. He's guarded by White. Pass to Messi. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Clock at 4. For 3, Fears. Hornets with the rebound. Bridges has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Williams. And it's good. He hits another one.
Once again, he's hit the 40-point mark as he has been nothing short of stellar all season long.
And now he's moved into 3rd all-time for most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, Jordan did it an incredible 37 times back in 1987, but that mark has been passed. What a special year this guy's had.
And so it's Charlotte in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
Checked in for Charlotte. And a change for the Pelicans. Jordan's checked in for Looney. Here's Charlotte. They're on an 11-3 run. We've got Kobe White. He's out there with ball. Brandon Miller is out there with Williams. And it's Diabate in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Pelicans trail by 21. Pass to Fears. On the wing, Jones. And again, New Orleans no good. The Hornets have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the 4th. Here's Williams. And the bucket is good. Williams has got 45 points.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Down low. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Well, he saw the opportunity, and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Bridges comes in for Diabate, and Knippel subbed in for White. Free throw drops for Williams. And as NBA franchise values continue to skyrocket, it's pretty amazing to see, isn't it, Legs?
It really is. And even if you're LeBron James, who has said he may want to own a team in the future, he may even need some help footing that bill. It is pricey.
Adding zeros by the decades. Here's Williams. Rebounded by New Orleans. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. To the paint. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
And good. There's another.
His elite offensive play has made its mark here once again.
Now second overall in career 50-point games. Fire up that GOAT conversation.
Certainly, Michael Jordan, the guy he's just passed, is dead center in that ongoing conversation around who is the best ever.
Ball passes to Miller. Yet another bucket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
A minute and a half left in the 4th quarter.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Hornets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And it was a team effort tonight, collecting their 39th victory of the year.
And even though this season series was only 2 games, a sweep is still a sweep.
Take a break. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for primetime.
Yeah, no doubt. He was the most impactful player for their offense tonight.
And that one misses. And the NBA certainly responsive to the fans, Tim, but some say they just want to complain.
Well, the social media era has given fans more of a voice than ever before, but it also breeds shorter attention spans, so the league is right to be proactive.
So it can't get either to fall.
And what you really like about Murray is the fact that he impacts the game at both ends. He's long, athletic, and he plays with an edge. Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
DeJounte Murray.
56 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. The baseline, Jay, and he hits the jumper. Williams has got 58.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Just showing off his passing skills, White sends the ball right into the hands of a ready three-point shooter.
On the wing, Murray. With the floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
That is nice. Murray with the floater.
And it's Williams off the drive. Oh, connects again. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Outside Murray. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana. Take it away, Jennifer.
Thanks, guys. Watching you play tonight, MP, it looked like you were more excited by your blocked shots than anything else. Was that the case?
Hey, man, block shots get everyone going. Me, my teammates, fans, ghosts, if there are any. Probably even aliens get excited by block shots, right?
Right.
I mean, not saying there are any. Again, just want to make that clear.
Okay. Thank you, MP.
You're welcome.
Over to you, BA.
All right, Jennifer, thanks. Good stuff. And that'll do it, folks.